Also, the second half of this video, I wanted to take some time to deal with some of the response videos, just some things that I felt were kind of necessary that I had to point out in the responses to his video. Number one was for Captain Mega 5. I can agree with your opinion, but also not every E3 can Nintendo shoot out something about Mario or Legend of Zelda or their main core titles. There has to be time to develop a new story, and there also has to be time to come to the ideas. You can't come always with a raw idea. I mean, sure, you can announce that, yeah, we're working on a new Legend of Zelda game, but that's not going to draw that much hype. You've got to have some actual source material to show and generate a buzz. They probably don't have that now, right now. They're probably, I don't know what they're doing with the Legend of Zelda. I don't work for Nintendo. And they just got done with, like, less than a year, Mario Galaxy. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Those type of games that have that much name recognition need time to develop. And you're not going to see that at every E3, although it doesn't take away from the fact that Nintendo's E3 was pretty abysmal from what I've heard, outside of, well, like you pointed out, Animal Crossing. I am interested in Animal Crossing. But overall, like I said, I thought E3 was pretty abysmal from what I heard from all the companies, so that's kind of a low point. My other one was with Carwick the Groundhog. Obviously, you do not understand what it is to be a gamer or a customer or anything like that when you're dealing with a company. First thing I'd like to say is that saying that he doesn't enjoy games is a straw man argument. He never said that. He said he is disappointed with the way Nintendo has handled things, and therefore, anyway, he said that he was just disappointed with how Nintendo was handling things. And just because people don't like a game that you like doesn't mean that they're wrong or that the game isn't bad or doesn't need improvements. It's just their opinion, and you don't have to agree with them. And I think that's the problem with your video, is you constantly bash Guitar Master X7 when he's just showing his frustration for how Nintendo has handled the situation. You can disagree with that, but that doesn't mean you need to go on a rant cursing the guy all the way through the video. Another thing that you kind of pointed out is I kind of find it interesting how you call him on hypocrisy, which I don't understand that. You might have to enlighten me more on that. I don't see it as how he was being hypocritical, but I do understand how you are. How you tried to say that he should give video games a chance, which as a gamer, I think he does. Unless the game already looks uninteresting to him in the first place, I'm sure he gives games a chance. And you didn't even give his point of view or thought a chance. You just ripped right into it, tried to attack him instead of his argument, and not bring a single point that would make for a logical comment. You just attack him, and you don't even give his argument a chance, that watering down The Legend of Zelda is not a good idea, which was the general idea. You don't even touch on that. So, yeah, you're being hypocritical too. And I just don't understand how you can just blatantly attack a guy without discussing his main point, which was Nintendo's handling of this. And I totally agree with this point of view that Nintendo has been mishandling the Wii ever since launch day. They should have taken advantage of, hey, the internet, we're giving free online. They should have stormed the office with tons, well, maybe not tons, because then you'd get a bunch of crappy ones, but good, solid online games that would set the bar and get Nintendo out there. I also believe that several games that the Nintendo came out with were disappointing, and the timing on some of them weren't always great. And a lot of the titles were directed at a specific audience that isn't even near the average gaming audience, which is in the 20s. There should have been more teen-rated games. There should have been more mature-rated games. And Nintendo obviously has their own audience agenda, which is fine. But they're also missing out on an audience that could totally give them a huge sum of income. Like I had said earlier, they need to build. If they're going to start out with this new young game, they need to make stepping stones. Young games, then they need to have some teen games, and they have to have some mature games, so there's a clear trail up to this new group of fans they want to draw in. Also, Nintendo, you say Nintendo isn't a servant, isn't our servants. Bullshit. Bullshit. We are the consumers. They are our servants. The reason Nintendo exists is because of us, and because we consume their product, and because we like their product. If they don't give us what they like, then we're going to turn and we're going to go to another company that gives us what we want. That argument is complete bullshit. And you know it. You should know it. Nintendo is a servant to its consumers. It's the basis of any company. If you don't give what your consumers want, you will fail as a company. Anyways, that hopefully that's just all I have to say.